Here comes the sports machine.
Sports Radio 88.9 Brilla FM, your champions, darlings. A sexy Tuesday morning, and it's showtime right here on your numero uno sports dial. Time to bring you up to speed, taking you on a journey all around the big, beautiful world of sports. I say good morning and welcome. Kelani Abdul Hakim Areshola is my name. I'm here with the best crew in the land. Manuel Sabi Football, Ifeanyi Chukwu Udeze, present and accounted for. Yes, so Brooklyn, very stylish, very sporty, very, very spiffy. Manuel Sabi, twirly for you, double twirly.
I greet you, my buddy Hakim Kelani. Good morning to you, Hakim Kelani. Good morning to the fans, Hakim Kelani. Let's go there.
Yes, indeed. We're moving, and of course, you know, we can't move without Judo Bridget telling me everything is a whole, everything is good to go, and that's why he's right here pressing all the right buttons. Mohamed Saleh is sending in passes. Yes, indeed, I'm getting all set to fill them and pass them on to you. And Josh is telling me that you can get on board. You can get all the action when you log on to www.brotherlet. When you follow on Twitter at Brilla FM 889, and of course when you take a Brilla and you take it anywhere and everywhere, downloading the Brilla app from the Google Play Store and the Apple iTunes Store. In due course, you'll be called into action as well, and you know the hottest number in the land, very, very much available, and you get to use them.
When the fans asked for more, we at Sports Radio 88.9 Brilla FM gave them 4 wishes and a magical line. It simply means when you call 0700000889, you're routed through 4 different lines. So when you dial the magical number 0700000889, you get through to us on 4 lines. That means you have 4-in-1 chance of having your voice heard on your favorite radio station. So go ahead and start dialing. It's the 4-in-1 package from the home of the fans.
Yes, Sports Radio 88.9 Brilla 4, Brilla, beautiful Monday morning, and action right here. We give it to you hot, fresh, and spicy. And remember, in due course, yes, you will have the opportunity to get on board and have your say. Manuel Sabi, if goals were to be used to determine who will take it away at the end of the day, then Liverpool will be worried. But then they are not worried because they are still firmly in pole position despite Manchester City thrashing Burnley 5-0 last night. Yes, I mean, what's going on? Like they went in, they've been training, they've been practicing, and they just decided, you know what, Burnley, let's show you. This is how we've been itching to get back to the round level game, and they give them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just like that, Maui Sabi.
Yes, Hakim Kelani. For me, I think that's a very, very good way to start. You know, after 3 months, of break. So that's a very, very good way to start. For me, for Manchester United, I think it's a good one for them. I think I'd be happy with them. Why? Because when you start like this, Hakim Kelani, you will give them a hope, you give them a confidence. You know, when I will not say yes, you know, they're in the right direction. When I move in the right direction. So it's a good one because when you win like this, all the players, both the technical crew, all the players, both the directors and all that, they give them morale, they give them energy, and believe say yes, this is our player, we believe they will fit down. So for me, a very, very good one for Manchester. Man City,
yes.
For Man City,
yes, indeed, a very, very, very good one.
I appreciate them. Good way to start with Burnley. Good way to start.
Of course, you know,
the first one win against Arsenal, come again now against Burnley, win again.
This Arsenal where you go talk to.
This
Arsenal where you go talk. all. Oh, well, here goes came in from Phil Foden and Riyad Mahrez, yes, who scored 2 apiece. Yes, indeed, a very, very good one. And then, of course, David Silva also got on the score sheet, making it 5-0 on the night. Yes, indeed, in favor of Manchester City. In the meantime, Burnley ashamed and embarrassed by a banner reading White Lives Matter that was towed by an aeroplane over Etihad Stadium during the match against Manchester City. The aircraft circled over the stadium just after kickoff in City's 5-0 win. Burnley and City players and staff had taken a knee in support of the Black Lives Matter movement moments earlier, but then the plane flew over the pitch and it had a sign reading White Lives Matter Burnley, and they felt very, very embarrassed by that. Yes, indeed. Well, they have no control over what happens. Talking about the players now, but then things like this, we've talked about players actually taking, a stance on certain matters. Remember we talked about this. Some said players should dissociate themselves from, political matters, or but this is actually a movement that everybody got on. So should they feel embarrassed by what happened?
Why should they? Why? For me, no, not what you want to embarrass for. Huh? There's nothing to be embarrassed about.
Because it happened in their terrain.
Yeah, there's nothing to be embarrassed about. These things happen, Akim Kelani, so nothing to be embarrassed. If it happen anywhere, do you understand? They don't keep their head up. Nothing happen.
All right, keep your head up. With nothing, you could have been helped, but then everybody knows exactly how you feel about the matter with what you've done. And that's Mama Sabi saying no need for any embarrassment. All right, let's go over to this one. Yes, with the title race taking a fresh twist over the weekend. Barcelona surrendering their 2-point advantage to Real Madrid. Another shock development as Los Blancos have contacted La Liga in order to complain about the scheduling of fixtures. Yes, having made public the schedule for match day 33 and 34, the reigning Supercopa de España champions felt they are at a disadvantage compared to Los Culés. Yes, what has left Real Madrid particularly unhappy is the 72-hour break between the encounters with Getafe and Athletic Club, whilst the Catalan Giants will have an entire 5 days between their games in the same period. Los Blancos have launched a formal complaint in relation to this issue, and it is not the first time in recent years that a particular club has felt badly treated by the fixture computer. Now, Real Madrid's hierarchy initially thought that the publication of matches 33 and 34 schedules was a practical joke. Such was the outrage of the plan set by the league. They simply did not believe it was real, could not comprehend ending their match on Thursday and then playing again on Sunday afternoon. Now, it's not the first time that the clubs will complain about fixtures, but then you've been resting for how many months? Football just resumed. Should this be coming up at this point in time, complaining about how close your fixtures are as opposed to another club sides? That's what Real Madrid are doing.
For me, this not be the time to complain, Akim Kelani. It's not the time to complain. You know why? Because the FA, they try to see how they will manage so that the league will end quick. Because remember, next season fight again. Next season they resume again by September. And again they get a lot of activities still there on, because Champions League 2 they come up by the grace of God. They see how they will help them. The league will end so that they will get resting time to face Champions League. Because this season I don't even think any clubs will go break again, because they don't take that 3 months do their break, their holiday already. So for now I don't think so. So that's what they're trying to do, to make sure they rush them to end the league early. So for me, this is not the time to complain. If they give you say play every 2 days, 3 days, Akim Kelani, you're not supposed to complain at all.
Well, it seems like it's a complaining season right about now, because as Real Madrid is complaining about fixtures, Barcelona are complaining about refereeing decisions that they believe have gone in favor of Real Madrid in recent weeks. Yes, Gerard Piqué is one of those who was not hiding his frustration. He insinuated that referees were favoring Real Madrid before Los Blancos were involved involved in that match about Real Sociedad. Of course, you know, there was a whole lot of talk about whether or not it was a handball, no handball, the Benzema goal and all that. And now, tonight, well, Jesus J. Manzano will be the man will be the man in the middle when Barcelona take on Athletic Club. And of course, we'll find out exactly what will happen later on today. You get all the action right here on your Champions Dial. Yeah, Real Madrid complaining about fixtures. Barcelona complaining about referees. It's a big complain.
Barcelona made them really verse at all. Baka, made them really verse Hakim Kelani. You know why it be like this, Hakim Kelani? Because they feel say yes, now Madrid on the top there now via points. You know, so that via goals. So that is why I see them now. They complain. You know, so for me, they lose points. At that point, they lose against Sevilla. We pain them well, and that is why they complain. They're supposed to get 3 points, so they don't see that draw as if they take point at all. You know, they believe they're supposed to win that game. You know, so now Real Madrid they are ahead of them now, and that is why the team they touch them well. You know, but they no worry. At least
Barcelona your club.
My team, but me I talk the matter as it be. But they no worry. But then try. There are more games to be played. We still get some games when the season will end. You know, but they just pray make Real Madrid just slide small. When they slide small, they made them Barcelona grab their copy. Very important to grab your copy, Hakim.
All right, yes, let's bring it home. Let's bring it to the home scene right here. Action still going on. And you know, it's a beautiful, sexy Tuesday morning on the Sports Machine. One man has come out to talk about the national team and how players should get a call-up. Yes, indeed. A lot of people have been wondering what exactly goes on. Is it favoritism? Is there a council meeting? Do they do ballots or whatever? Katsina United coach Henry Makiwa is the man who has stated that national teams should first of all check the numbers of minutes played by any player they want to invite into the national team before handing them invitation to the Super Eagles team, saying it is a general norm that is practiced all across the globe. Yes, don't listen to what they say about him. Look at the amount of time a player has played before handing him an invitation. Let's listen to Coach Henry Makiwa this morning on the Sports Machine.
It will depend on the number of minutes played and their hunger for sources. That's what brings competitiveness in them. Actually, it's about 3, 4, 5 games now they've played across Europe, and when the national assignment comes up, it depends on how many games each and every one of them has played. I read an article that was a guy that said he played 60 minutes in all the 4 games and is ranting that he should be called to the national team. No, this kind of player will not bring what we want. So actually, I think it depends on the number of minutes played. You know, that's how it's been rated globally. The number of minutes played and coupled with your own hunger. That is your love for the country of the national assignments. That's just my simple opinion.
Right, all right, man. With Sabili man saying that you should check how much time has this person put on the pitch. You know, how much time does he have under his belt? These are some of the key things you should look at before handing him a call up.
Well, I think yes, that one are true, Hakim Kelani. That are true because if you want to give somebody a call up, Hakim Kelani, you cannot call somebody who don't get playing time at all, or we get less playing time. You know, it don't make sense. If you want to give somebody a call up, make sure you give somebody who get playing time, enough playing time. You know, which is very, 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 very important because imagine you now calling somebody who don't get playing time at all when they see game play. You know, I mean, come on. Me while they see game play, I want me at the field. For example, you do your club, you play games. Me I do my club, I see game play. You know, and they can't invite me. How I want me in the field. You where they get the playing time, they play. You know. So I think I'm in support of that. Yes, if you want to give somebody a call somebody to make sure say yes. Make sure that person they get enough playing time so that you don't say yes.
See exactly the quality.
Exactly.
All right, yes, the Sports Machine still giving you hot, fresh, and spicy. Let's go to one man who plies his trade between the goal sticks for Eyimba Football Club of Aba. Yes, indeed, and he's been reacting to the CAF Champions League slot and what's going on currently with the MPFL. Yes, still in a hiatus. Theophilus Afeloka is his name, and he has stated that Plateau United, the league leaders, and Eyimba, who have 5 outstanding matches to play, should be given the CAF Champions League slot to represent Nigeria the next season, and the Confederation slot should be given to the remaining teams in the top 4 on the league table. Yes, don't take my words for it. Here's what he said exactly.
For me, honestly, I think because we have like 5 outstanding match,
that he has making us the champion. No, I will say that. But as for me, since Plateau is topping the league, which we still have like 5 outstanding matches, because football, you can say you win today, maybe wins you not be your day. But as for me, they should give Plateau and Enyimba to present Nigeria for Continental and look for other 2 clubs to give it Federation Cup to play. That is it.
Okay, yes, Theophilus Afefela talking right there, and of course, you know, he's reacting to what's going down when a lot of people waiting to see what will happen. And on the heels of the meeting done by the club chairman and their resolution to, you know, hold the league at this point in time, with no club being relegated and none being promoted. But then they voted to end the season with the 3 top clubs going on to represent Nigeria at the CAF competitions. But then here's Theophilus Afefela saying give the league to Plateau, who are topping the league, let them go. And also Enyimba will have 5 outstanding matches. They should be the one to represent Nigeria on the continent for the CAF Champions League.
It's going to be a tough one, I think, Kelani. Yes, they don't do their meeting. Still among them, disagreements today. You know, they never see really, all of them never really agree. Clubs never really agree fully. You know, disagreements today, but they don't do their meeting, they don't vote, and remain the LMC now to see what more hear from them too, and see what they go talk. Akim Kelani. Well, for now. The truth be say, the way they will do Akim Kelani, you know, go easy at all. You know, go easy. Let's be honest here. You know, go easy. But at the end of the day, the LMC then get the final say. So wait for that.
A lot of people actually are in support. Yes, Emeka Ezugo, beg your pardon, Eminike. Yes, Ezugo is also one of those who put words on the matter, saying it is a step in the right direction.
People that the chairman them that they have voted for the MC for them to make the decision. And I think the decision the 17 chairman them to participate is a better decision. And it's a way forward because if you look at it very well, we have to continue the league. There's no way we can meet up with the panel of the England calendar because we are on the same calendar with them. And in this kind of situation, I don't think they should make any mistake. And those people have voted for them to be, for everything to work amicably. I think they've done well. But you know, in terms of football in Nigeria, everybody wants to be there, everybody wants to be there. So I think maybe start, they know they want to come to the Continental because they are the top 4. So in terms of Enyimba, people are complaining about Enyimba being, you know, manipulated coming to the Continental. I believe they have taken a good decision. You know, when 2 heads are joined together, the right decision. But I believe they have taken a good decision in my own opinion.
All right, but not everyone is in accord, yes, and believe that you should even be looking at the continent right about now for who will represent us there. Kada City FC chairman Ekene Adams did say that playing on the continent for now is not the key thing, is not paramount, but we should first put our football house in order, put things together following the disagreement over the decision taken by some club owners to end the league. Some in support, some not in support. Let's listen to Ekene Adams this morning of the Sports Machine.
Playing in the continent for now, it's not necessary. All we just need to do is to put the house in order, is to win back the confidence of our sport lovers, is to get our business protected. I see nothing, no big deal if we say we're not playing the continent. And this is now the issue we're having in NPFL. Now there's the issue of life and death over the COVID-19 issue. But nobody is talking of that. The greedy aspect of it, people are talking of how to play the continent. And the continent that you play, you will not get to semi-finals. And the continent that you play when you got the phone, you will not use it usually to help the system anymore. You will not invest it so that people will see. So I think we have a different contrary opinion. But let's just have something different. The private owners should come together and think of how to salvage and protect their investment. First, that's the key thing.
Yes, Sports 88.9 Brother for Rilla. That is the key thing, how to protect our interests. He says, going on the continent where you even go, you even get to semi-final. Oh my goodness. That's what he said, man. I don't know what your thoughts are on his contributions. But that's true now.
I don't even want to talk anything else. Might just quiet for that one. I keep it like.
Phone lines are buzzing. Let's get 1 or 2 calls in. And remember, we're also live on Twitter and the Facebook fan page. Hello, good morning to you, somebody.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, bro.
No, good morning.
Good morning, bro.
Yeah, I want to react to what I think is the Caspina coach.
Okay, as soon as you tell us your name.
My name is David.
All right, David, go ahead.
Yeah. In reacting to what he said, I want to ask Mawun Sabi a question. In a situation where you have a player who is playing for a club and struggling for relegation, he is having playing time, but his club is not doing well. You have one player there, and you have another player who comes as a super sub for his club, and every time he comes in, he has a very good impact. Maybe he could score, make assist. Who will you invite for the national team? Because one have more playing time more.
It depends, my brother. It depends because the player when they talk about say yes, in the coming as a sub, and when you come in the try make a difference. You know, it depends. Most of that player before he go be sub for a club, he don't play before for the national team. Also, do you understand? You know, just start that day. I mean, they don't know him already. You know, they know what he do. You know, that is why him be sub for a club. But anytime when he come, if he starts or if he come inside the national team, come play, he must do something. He must start. Yes, because already national team we don't know him already. You understand? So difference day. The truth be that.
Right, yes, Sports Radio Day, Bonabila for Rilla. A beautiful, beautiful day, a sexy Tuesday action going on. Let's take this call. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Abdulhakeem.
Good morning to you.
Mawun Sabi, I greet you.
you. Good morning.
Mawun Sabi, my name is Adrija Matoso. Mawun Sabi, why you no one put mouth for this matter with this last Kada chairman talk? Why you no one put mouth?
Don't worry, you know what I will do? You know what I will do? For my show, I will pull out on my show. I will bring the matter back on my show. When I pull out, I will pull out.
All right, thank you so much. It's coming in all over as well on the social media platforms. Ajay Banama is watching from Makodi in Benue State. And of course, Samson Ayomide saying good morning. Our team is coming back up. AC Milan. Matthias Oche also talking there. You said we can take this call. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. All right, Mr. Judah, we're just saying we can field one final call before we wrap things up. Hello.
How are you doing?
How you doing, my brother?
Yeah, Joe, bro.
Hey, Joe, how you doing?
Very good, bro. Good morning, Mr. Fine.
I hear you. Good morning, bro.
Yeah, my own answer to all what you guys have said is still about this league. Honestly speaking, I am feeling for Lobster. I mean, you can't just bring in one or two, PPG and take them away from what they are yearning for, what they want to benefit from. So the long and short of what I'm saying is, anyhow we want to do is Super 6 for me. It's okay. The league should not just be wrapped up like that. It should continue. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you so much. Yes, indeed. A beautiful morning. I guess the debate will still continue, but then it was a democratic. I mean, the chairman met and they voted. And as they say, majority carried the vote. Well, let's wait to find out what the LMC and the NFF will say concerning this issue because, of course, they have the final say. I'm afraid that's how much time we have on the Sports Machine this beautiful, beautiful morning. Many thanks to everybody. The super crew this morning. Mawun Sabi, Football, Ifeanyi Chukwu Udeze, Judo Boje, my flight controller, Mohammed Salu sending in sublime passes, and of course, Josh, ensuring that you out there can get all the action watching live on Twitter, on the Facebook fan page, and of course taking Brilla anywhere and everywhere by downloading the Brilla app from the Google Play Store and the Apple iTunes Store. Stay right here, the action continues. I'm still Jiggy. Kilani Abdulhakeem Madeshola is my name. You know better than to touch that dial.
Your sports radio goes with you everywhere. Click on www.Brila.net.
Anywhere. Yes, anywhere. And we are with you.
And we are with you everywhere.
When I see any MTN vendor, I know say I fit ask for MTN VT. MTN VT, you not be the name again, no.